Hello there, and welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Jacob, and thank you so much for joining this lecture on Pokemon biology.
You're
Joining
welcome.
me here today is that very rude student that you just heard, our trainer in training, if you will, Corbin. You know what? Since you're so eager to talk, go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody.
Hey everyone! I'm the lone student here in Professor Jacob's class. This is new. I actually got introduced first this time. That has never happened in all 46 weeks of our class.
Can I just say you're ruining it right now?
What? Why?
You're
Why am I
ruining
ruining
your
it?
chances. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed by your intro here.
What? I mean, I just want to put. I'm just saying that. Look. I'm excited to learn. I'm excited to dive in.
All right. That's enough. You lost your chance. And then also in the classroom is my teaching assistant, my wonderful teaching assistant, Mr. Curtis. Say hello to everybody, Mr. Curtis.
Oh, thank you, Professor. Oh my gosh. Whew. I normally hold my breath while you do the intro. That way, everything can be solely focused on you. But you know, and listen, you can, Professor, of course, this is your class. You do what you need. But I wasn't expecting you to call on Corbin first. I didn't think I could hold my breath that long. I was about to turn into a Jigglypuff. Whew.
Sometimes he's full of surprises. You know, next thing you know, he's gonna surprise us with like a pop quiz or something later. Probably not. Probably not.
Yeah,
though.
that's crazy.
Oh, that never happens.
It never happens.
I would never.
Why do you sound like Hey, is there a little girl in this classroom? Who was that? Did you hear something, Professor?
Oh God, I'm getting flashbacks to my time in school.
Oh no.
So yeah, the excellent introduction there, Mr. Curtis. You see, Corbin, that's how you do it. If I ever make the folly of calling on you first again, then try to make your intro a little bit more like that.
Okay, so hold on, let me write that note
Corbin,
down.
you know if you
Kiss
come
the
to my-
professor's ass.
Yep.
If I'm introduced
Yeah.
first again.
Underline
like Mr.
kiss,
Curtis,
if you will.
Like Mr. Curtis does every week. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Got
Yeah.
it. I
Corbin,
wrote it down.
You know, if you came to my midweek study sessions, I could give you some coaching on how to say hello to the class.
Look, Curtis, listen up. I don't need. Look,
It's Mr. Curtis.
If I wanted lessons or any tutorial on how to be good at kissing the professor's ass, I'd buy chapstick. Okay, I don't need your advice. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that's fine. We'll see how you do on today's, everything.
All right. Speaking of today's everything, you know what? Let's do what we do here in this classroom and talk about some Pokemon. Does anybody remember what Pokemon that we're learning about today?
It's the one after Paras.
Yes, very good. I mean, that would, considering the general trend of this lesson series, then yes, it would make sense that the Pokemon that we're learning about now is the one that comes after the one that we learned about last week.
Right.
That's
So
the general.
this would be number 47 in the international Pokedex, right?
Well, it's just national. It's not international.
Oh, okay, my bad. Parasite? Is that what it's called?
This is it's actually very close, Corbin. It's Parasect.
Oh, Parasect. Okay. Is it
Parasect.
Parasect? Is that what we're talking about today?
Parasect.
I mean, it's a very interesting pronunciation. Normally, the pronunciation would be Parasect. But essentially, yes, we're learning about the Pokemon Parasect, which is the evolved form of Paras, obviously, because that's how we do it. Have you guys seen a Paras before?
I don't know that I have. I don't know.
I've seen a Paris. I don't.
Yeah, last week we did. But
Yeah,
I
last
can't
week
say
we
that
did.
I've seen a Parasect. No.
Okay.
There was
well-
one.
I've dreamt about one once.
Okay.
There was one real crotchety old man where I grew up that had a Parasect, and sometimes
Was he
would
breeding
just
them
sit-
to make a super Parasect like you're trying to make a super...
Oh no.
Okay.
But he and his Parasect would kind of like sit unmoving for hours at a time, so much so that you thought they were dead, and then all of a sudden he would like treat to life, and then so would his Parasect. It was like almost like they were zombies.
Whoa, that's what an astute observation, Mr. Curtis. 'cause-
That explains why you're so weird. I mean, childhood trauma like that's got to affect you.
Oh no, it was so fascinating.
I can't wait to see how this class and all the trauma that I've experienced will affect me in 10 years.
Oh yeah.
what
I
are
was
you
like,
talking
that's why
about?
insect Pokemon are for me.
Yeah, so we can safely assume that Mr. Curtis was messed up long before that incident.
Okay. Well, I don't really want to know where it started because,
God, it must have been horrible.
yeah, I don't want to know.
So
God
let's
knows when
take
it ends.
So I believe we had a Paris in class last time. That one actually did evolve.
Woo! Hilton evolved. All right, Hilton.
Oh, that's right. Of course. How could I forget the name Hilton?
Go Hilton. Go Hilton.
So here is Hilton's evolved form.
Oh.
So you can see it's.
I don't know about that.
It's very similar. It's very similar, although there are some distinct differences between the two. If anybody would like to point them out.
Why isn't he looking at me like he remembers me? He looks like he has no idea who I am. Hilton, it's me, your buddy. We were here. I saw you last class.
Watch this right here. See, look, if you take a little pencil, you can kind of poke it right here on its eye.
What are you doing? Don't do that.
Don't poke its eye.
Don't poke its
See,
fucking
it doesn't.
eye.
See, it doesn't even react. There's nothing there. No one home.
Well, okay, there is still something there. All right, so,
Just give it a little pat right here on the back. Good boy, Hilton. Good to see you again.
He's just kind of stationary. It's kind of freaking me out. Is he okay?
Yeah, well, he's just kind of like, well, okay, so, let's talk about Paris a little bit. So it's this host parasite relationship between the bug and the mushroom on its back. The mushroom has kind of like outgrown the bug at this point. It's much larger than it was on Paris, and it's kind of for lack of better words, taking complete control.
Oh, that's horrifying.
It is kind of horrifying, and you'll notice that Parasec's eyes are
golf balls,
dead and lifeless. There's no
okay.
pupils or anything. There's not much behind there. It's kind of all driven by the mushroom at this point.
Wow. Poor Parasect. He looks like he may have like walked in on his mom in the shower. Like that's what he looks like.
But if you look, he kind of looks like he's smiling, right? He got a big old grin on his face.
Oh, they're delightful Pokemon to have around. Like I've never met a Parasect I didn't like, but I mean they're just a little unnerving.
So okay, so you like unnerving dead zombified Pokemon? Okay, gotcha. Yeah. All right, that makes a lot of sense.
It looks like he's really interested in you there, Corbin.
You know what? Please don't sniff that.
Yeah,
don't.
Wow.
Do that.
Yeah, he's like looking directly into your eyes.
You know what? I'm gonna turn my head this way. I'm not gonna look because that's kind of freaking me out. I'm gonna have nightmares. We can put him up now if you want. We can do that.
Yeah. I mean, sure. Okay. Yeah. Let's just put him right up on the
Please.
ceiling. Sure.
No, we can put him. We can put him up.
Right
like,
above there, Corbin, so he can watch you the whole time.
We can put him up like in the Pokeball. Like, can you put him up?
Oh, yeah. I guess he probably would be distracting. Let's go ahead.
I wonder if I tried to infect my Super Spinnerax with this spore, if it would.
I don't think that's a good idea. I think you're gonna have a whole other species, a line of Pokemon that's gonna be infested with the tochukaso mushroom.
Wow,
so,
very, very astute there, Corbin. Excellent memory.
I reviewed my notes ahead of time.
Good, excellent work. You know what? 5 points to Corbin. You get 5 points.
Out of how many? 5
points. Okay.
Well, it's 5. Well, now you have 5 points.
Out of how many? Like what's like 5 out of like 5?
Oh, it's the Professor Jacobs classroom house cup that we go at the end of the lesson. Well, at the end of the whole like class series.
Wait, we have
who has the most points.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Mr. Curtis, keep track.
It's very, very close. You have 5, Corbin.
Okay.
Mr. Curtis does have 19,000.
What the fuck? When? How? What? Oh my god! What?
So it's neck and neck, if you will. It's very, very close.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I was gonna say leave him out for class.
Nah,
kind of just
He gets tired very easily. That's a very large mushroom he has to carry around.
Yeah, same.
All right. Let's take a look at the Pokedex entries here, starting, of course, with the Kanto region. The first one says, a host parasite pair in which the parasite mushroom has taken over the host bug. Prefers damp places.
Okay.
Damp
places, nice.
Yes. Yeah. Well,
the
mushroom.
I don't really prefer the profanity in the Pokedex. Like, it likes damn places, but that's whatever. I guess we get it.
Watch your profanity.
Yeah, that's fine. Professor Oak is getting a little crass there.
It's DAMP. Damp.
Damp. Oh.
Damp places.
Professor Oak was getting upset. It thrives in damp places. Like,
he does do that sometime. Luckily, there are plenty of
he's had a few editors edit out his stuff because normally he has a few F-bombs in his Pokedex entries that people have had to take out.
Charizard can melt any fucking thing with his breath. Any goddamn thing you could think of.
Turtle can live for fucking ever.
Forever.
You'd never know it, but it has quite the temper.
Oh yeah, very much so.
Oh, yeah.
All right, the next one here says the bug host is drained of energy by the mushrooms on its back. They appear to do all the thinking. I assume when it says they appear to do all the thinking, it's talking about the mushrooms.
Well,
right?
I guess they kind of coalesce, kind of come to coalesce into one thing.
I think it's just coalesce.
Coalesce into one thing. Yeah.
Well, I think so, but I think they're definitely saying that one part here, right? Either the host or the parasite is doing more of the thinking, right? And I'm pretty sure it's referring to the mushroom.
Yeah, of course.
All right, the next one here says the bug host is controlled by the mushrooms that scatter poisonous spores. All right, so that kind of confirms it for us, right? Right. Yeah. So it's the mushroom it controls the bug
doing
host.
The controlling.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
The spores are sometimes used as medicine in China.
Ooh. China. Okay.
Yeah, I've never. I'll be honest, guys. I've never heard of China.
Of that region.
Well, maybe you should brush up on your geography, Professor.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I only know the regions that have Pokedex entries that are part of the Royal Pokedex Society.
Well, maybe you
I
should
guess
get out.
China's not one of those. I mean, so why should I give a shit about it?
That's rude. That's really rude to all the Chinese people.
Okay.
Wow.
You know what? You're right. You're right that I should be worried, that they aren't, contributing all, like, maybe they have Pokemon that we don't even know about. Imagine that.
I guess we'll find out one day. I don't know.
Yeah, once you get China Pokedex entries, we'll get there.
One day.
We'll get there.
All right, moving on to the Johto region. It stays mostly in dark, damp places. The preference, not of the bug, but of the big mushrooms on its back. Yeah. The larger the mushroom on its back grows, the stronger the mushroom spores it scatters.
Stronger in what way? Like more potent?
I would guess so.
Okay. Like, is it like if it uses stun spore or something like that? Like it stuns a Pokemon with its spores. Is it going to be paralyzed longer? Maybe. Is it a thing?
It doesn't really say what the effect of the spore is. It just says that they're poisonous.
Okay.
I imagine that it makes you like really, really sick or something, or kind of like deathly sick.
Very bad diarrhea, I would assume.
Yeah, definitely some gastrointestinal distress at the very least.
Yeah.
Again, I don't. We will keep talking about the Pokedex entries, but I'm pretty sure that none of them specifically state what breathing in the spores from the mushrooms will do to you. But
okay.
Yeah.
I would say less spores to achieve the same effect, but the effect
Unclear.
is still the same.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Or maybe it's that they last longer or something. I don't
That's
know.
what I
This
said.
is all speculation. You know what, Curtis?
This is all conjecture.
Curtis, we have 3 different Parasects here, all right? I want you to inhale the spores from them and see,
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
what happens.
Okay.
What it means. Just write any notes about what happens to you as you're inhaling the spores from various different Parasects.
Okay, do you want me to do the experiment during class, or should I do it over the next week?
Whenever you feel is the right moment.
I think we should get on
Mr.
with the
Curtis.
Pokedex entries. Curtis, on your own time, I think you should find 3 Parasects in the wild and sniff them.
Oh, that's weird. I didn't know. I don't remember when the student got the right to tell my teaching assistant what to do.
It all started when I was introduced second.
Oh no, God. What have I done? I've given him too much power.
You let me read the Pokedex entries a couple weeks ago, and now you introduced me first. The power is seething through my veins.
The power. It's going to his head, Professor.
It is. Never again. Never again. You lost the opportunity. All right. Where was I? This next Pokedex entry, still in the Johto region.
I think to bring him down a notch, we have to call him Corby Boo Boo Baby from now on.
I don't think that's necessary.
All right, Corby Poo Poo Pants. All right,
Corby Poo Poo Pants Boo Boo Baby.
Poo Poo Baby.
I think that's a little bit disrespectful.
Oh, dude, Booby Poo Poo Pants, Poopus Poo Pants.
Is Corby Boo Boo
I have
Pants
a name, and
upset?
you guys should use it appropriately.
Did you forget his diaper?
You should treat me with
Did
the
he
utmost
boom boom in
respect.
his big boy pants?
Stop it! Stop! Please!
There he is.
There he is. Oh, you're
This
that
my boy, Corby Boo Boo Boy.
I just want to learn.
Here, Corbin, here. I got something for you.
What?
Here's a lollipop to make you feel a little bit better. Suck on that now. All right, Corbin, or Professor, quick, while Corbin's distracted, read us the next.
Hey, no candy in this classroom. Get that out of here.
Right. Here we go.
Hey, Corbin!
Now it's stuck to the wall. Why'd you just throw it at the wall?
How dare you
Sorry,
bring candy into the
sorry.
professor's classroom, Corbin?
Sorry.
How dare you?
My bad.
That's it. I am subtracting 5 points from you, Corbin.
Oh, damn it.
Oh,
Fuck.
jeez.
Son of a bitch.
Corbin, you'll get there.
Hey,
one
watch
day.
your language, too.
Sorry.
All right. The next one here says, when nothing's left to extract from the bug, the mushrooms on its back leave spores on the bug's egg.
Huh?
Now, what if the bug doesn't have eggs?
Wait. So when it says nothing left to extract, does that mean it literally sucks it till it's dead?
Yeah, I guess so. So
Yeah.
maybe then it compels the Parasect to, I guess, begin to start I don't know.
Mating and having
Yeah, mating.
kids.
That was could not think of that word. And then lay an egg, and then it has its lay its spores on that egg, and then the Parasect just dies.
So it's safe to assume now that every Parasect that has a baby or babies is literally on death's door. That'd be the equivalent of us humans only having babies at like 80. That's gross.
I guess so. Yeah, I mean, once the proverbial mushroom that rests upon all of our backs has sucked us dry of all of our nutrients and will to live, then we have our baby. I guess you're right, Corbin. It is kind of like that.
Yep, that's what I'm saying.
It's kind of fend for yourself at that point.
Hey, Corbin, come here right now. Just come over here.
What?
You're the mushroom that's sucking the life out of me. I just want you to know.
Hey,
I just want you to.
hey, Professor, what are you saying over there?
All right. Back to your seat. Get back to your seat. Get out of my
Professor,
face.
I want to be included.
You don't want to hear it. It's me.
Aw.
Okay, all right, that does it for the Johto region. It's time to move on to the
we're only
Hoenn
on
region.
Johto. Oh my god.
I know, you're right. Sorry, I gotta pick it up. Don't worry, there's actually not too many entries here. So we'll get through them pretty quick. In the Hoenn region, it says Parasect is known to infest large trees en masse and drain nutrients from the lower trunk and roots. Very similar to what Paras did, actually, if you remember. When an infested tree dies, they move onto another tree all at once.
Wow. Okay.
So they kind of move from tree to tree and just suck it dry.
Just hanging on the side of it and just sucking all the nutrients and sap and stuff right out.
Yeah. Now this is if we remember from Paras did this, sucked the juice from the roots of trees because that's what the mushroom wanted it to do.
Right.
I have to assume it's the same way for the Parasect.
Poor Parasect. No one knows what he wants.
So I guess if they run out of trees and they don't have any more juice, they're sucking in. The mushroom doesn't have anything else, and they have their babies.
Yeah, I guess so. So as long as it's sucking in nutrients from trees, right? Then it's the mushroom still has things to extract.
Right. But if that Parasect can't find food, then it just sucks the rest of the energy from that Parasect, and then it'll die. So that Parasect basically has to keep finding trees and finding food. Otherwise, it'll be sucked dry by the mushroom and it'll die.
Well, to be fair, the mushroom will also die.
That's true. That's
right.
True.
So again, the Pokemon Parasite again, like Paras, is two different entities, right? The bug and the mushroom.
Yeah.
And they kind of, even though it is a parasitic relationship. Yeah, so the mushroom does rely on Parasects to survive, right?
Yes.
That's how
Yes,
a
of course.
parasitic relationship works.
Yeah.
All right, so one more here from the Hoenn region. It says, it scatters toxic spores from the mushroom cap, And in China, the spores are used as herbal medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Okay.
Again with this China.
We know
yeah,
that.
China. We need to harness that technology for ourselves and be able.
Wait, they said for medicinal purposes?
As herbal medicine, yes.
Okay, so if Paris
Not
is,
recreation.
I guess it's the same reason that people use it for Paris. People use it to extend life for Paris, right? So like, if the mushroom is bigger or more powerful, how long does it extend your life now if you try to consume it?
It's again, anything we say here would just be
Conjecture.
Conjecture, yeah, or just theories that we throw out. None of this is like confirmed by the Pokedex entries. But you know what, Corbin, that's an excellent hypothesis, and I commend you on that.
Thanks.
Great work.
Do I get any points?
You get half of a point. How about that?
That's
enjoy.
All right, that's whatever.
Enjoy.
Okay.
All right. That does it for the Hoenn region. In the Sinnoh region, they say, a mushroom grown larger than the host body controls Parasect. It scatters poisonous spores.
We know that.
The next one says, is controlled by a mushroom grown larger than the bug body. It is said to prefer damp places. I think these are all kind of, things that we've read before and we know about. And the rest of them are just kind of copies from the previous regions, so we don't need to read that. Same for the Unova. Yep, Kalos is the same, and of course, Alola. They march to a different tune, so let's go ahead and read theirs.
Usually.
Yep. They're always great though. They're always great. The first one says, the large mushroom on its back controls it. It often fights over territory with Shiinotic.
Okay.
Now, Shiinotic, we haven't talked about that Pokemon yet. That's coming up in a few 100 weeks.
Okay.
We'll get there. We'll get
So
there.
right around the corner then. Okay.
Yeah, practically it's next lesson if you ignore a couple hundred lessons. Yeah. The next one says, it scatters toxic spores from its mushroom cap. Once harvested, these spores can be steeped and boiled down to prepare herbal medicines.
Okay.
Oof. Yeah.
All right. You can't
kind
just
of
eat
stuff
it.
we already know.
You have to
gotta
be
steep it down into tea.
Pretty desperate for that.
Could you lick it? Could you lick it and get the same effect, or do you have to steep it?
You would have to steep it.
So you can't lick it. You can't do anything like that. You have to steep
No,
it.
because again, the spores are poisonous, Corbin.
Okay. So then how does steeping it not poisonous?
It undergoes some kind of chemical process that makes it so it's not poisonous.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. Sure.
I cannot stress this enough. Do not lick the mushroom of a Parasect. Don't do it.
You hear that, Mr. Curtis? Don't go sucking Parasects.
At least not until next week when I've had time to experiment with the
Okay, you're just supposed to
effect.
sniff them. You're not supposed to lick them.
Oh, but see, I never not gone above and beyond.
I do not know that sentence that he just said.
When
I
do
did
I
not
have
understand
not
it.
go above? I don't know. Yeah, that was
When
what
I
was
do
about.
not haven't gone above and beyond.
That was
I don't know. You tell me, Mr. Curtis.
That was like a quadruple negative.
He's speaking in riddles.
Oh, damn it. Curtis is speaking in tongues again.
All right, two more from the Alola region. This one says, the bug is mostly dead. With the mushroom on its back. I know, very blunt, I feel like.
Oh yeah.
With the mushroom on its back having become the main body. If the mushroom comes off, the bug stops moving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The last one says, its poisonous spores are also used as traditional medicine. Are also used in traditional medicine. Apparently, spores produced in Alola are not of very good quality.
Oh, Lola. Again.
Aw.
That's because the
Yeah.
mushrooms grow funky on the back of Paris. We learned that.
That is true.
last
Probably
week.
something to do with like all the salt in the air or something like
Maybe.
that. I don't know.
Yeah. They're not built for the tropics,
Yeah. But they still live there for some reason.
Who knows?
Who knows? It's weird that they haven't done some kind of like regional variant. How they haven't like evolved in some different way to kind of.
Yeah, they've kind of. Well, maybe it's because it's a parasitic relationship. The mushroom can't evolve.
Yeah, we better talk to Professor Palm about that.
Yeah, they can't really. I guess. Well, I mean, they can evolve because we know that they evolved from a Paras into a Parasect.
Right, but what
I
I'm
see.
saying
I see what
is,
you're
like,
saying.
because it's a parasitic relationship. Maybe it's they respond differently to the environment, unlike other variants.
As long as it's got trees, they're just going to keep sucking those roots.
Yep, suck them. Maybe the palm trees don't give them the nutrients they need. That's why their mushrooms suck.
Maybe.
Good point.
All right. That does it for the regional Pokedex entry. There is, of course, a unique Pokedex entry that comes to us from
How unique is it?
It's so unique, it's not like any of the other Pokedex entries.
That's the definition of unique. Okay.
Yeah.
I believe you.
So it's perfectly unique. Of course, comes to us from Ash's Pokedex. It says Parasect, the mushroom Pokemon. It battles using poison spheres that spread from the mushroom canopy on its back.
That's one way to call them spores. Spheres?
I guess I have to assume that the poison spheres is referring to spores on its back.
Are there holes in the mushroom that it, like, shoots the spores out of? Did we say that?
No. No, we did not.
Okay.
I just have to assume they're kind of like just chilling on the surface of the mushroom.
Yeah, like condensation.
Or the gills underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because, like, you kind of look at it, if you kind of look at, like, Parasectic, there's, like, a lot underneath it that we don't really see, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe they're under there. I don't know.
Mr. Curtis, for next class, I need you to take a flashlight and shine it up underneath a Parasect's dome, its mushroom, and see what's under there.
Yeah, get underneath that mushroom cap.
Yep,
All right,
do
I
it.
need to write a to-do list. Sniff 3
Parasects, yep. Mm-hmm.
Parasects.
Take your time.
To determine.
You know what, I'm gonna go ahead while
keep
he's
going.
writing that down. I'm gonna read
As
this.
well as shine a light.
Curtis, you can write silently.
Yeah, you don't need to say it out loud. I know you can do that, Corbin or Curtis. All right, so I have here an unsourced, uncredited article. Let's give it a read. See how much...
unsourced is it?
Stop asking me that question. It's the definition of unsourced, uncredited. All right.
Okay.
This is not proven by any means. Well, I mean, maybe it is, but we have no way of proving that.
We can't. We go out in the wild and we prove it.
Well, I mean, but true. You're right.
But those are the jobs of better men and women.
Yeah, of men who don't have to waste their time teaching this class just to get a few extra bucks to, you know, put food on the table that week.
Wow. I thought you loved your job, Professor.
I love it. I love working. I love working to survive.
Isn't it great? Capitalism.
God, that mushroom, the proverbial mushroom on my back is just sucking more and more nutrients out of me.
Professor, don't cut yourself on all that edge.
Don't worry, I'll be a big juicy tree for you to suck and rely on.
No. No.
Thank you. I you know what? I just need a quick suck from your juice there, Mr.
Oh my
Curtis.
God, no.
Right here.
No.
Right here, Professor.
No.
All right, time to read this article. Jeez, we've wasted enough time.
Yeah, too much.
Parasect is an orange insectoid Pokemon that has been completely taken over by the parasitic mushroom on its back.
False. I wouldn't call it orange. I'd call it fire red.
I'd call it leaf green, but you know, I'm also colorblind.
That's a bit
I'd call it Soul Silver.
All right, you guys are just making up stuff now.
I'd call it Let's Go.
Okay, no, just go. Just go.
Blazing
Continue.
Okay, Parasect is an orange insectoid Pokemon that has been completely taken over by the parasitic mushroom on its back. It has a small head with pure white eyes and a segmented body that is mostly hidden by the mushroom. It has 3 pairs of legs, with the foremost pair forming large pincers. The fungus growing on its back has a large red cap with yellow spots throughout. The insect has been drained of nutrients and is now under the control of the fully grown tochukaso. Thank you, Corbin, for reminding us what it was.
You are very welcome.
Removing the mushroom will cause Parasect to stop moving. It can thrive in dark forests with a suitable amount of humidity for growing fungi. Swarms of this Pokemon have been known to infest trees. The swarm will drain a tree of nutrients until it dies and will then move on to a new tree. It has been known to fight Shiinotic over territory. All right, so that does it for Parasect. That's all the information on its biology.
That's the tea.
That is the tea. But you know, we can't just make the tea. we must drink of it. We gotta drink it. And what better way to do that than with a pop quiz?
Oh, sweet. We're having tea for our quiz today? That's cool. We're
well,
replacing quiz time with tea time. I could get used to this.
No,
I like
it was a metaphor.
Mr.
It
Curtis,
was
bring out the tea. Bring
There's
it out.
no tea. No tea.
Yes, sir.
No. What?
No. Okay. Well, Mr. Curtis, that's just a giant letter
He's got
T
tea.
that you've brought
He's
out.
got tea. Oh, that's cool.
He just brought out a giant uppercase T
Yep.
for some reason.
Here it is.
Technically speaking, it is the giant letter T. He brought in a literal T.
Curtis, what did you make that tea out of? Why does it smell?
It's made out of rotten wood from the forest behind my house.
I like it. Very earthy. Very earthy.
That's right. I thought the kind of damp, decomposing material would be, make Parasect a little bit more at home. I actually have letter versions of all the letters.
letter
versions of the
of
letters.
all the letters, huh?
As opposed to number versions of the letters.
I have wooden versions of all the letters.
Curtis is just out here making giant, damp wooden stencils of letters.
In the case that he gets marooned or something, he needs to flag
Spell
down a
out
helicopter.
something. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Everybody put away your Pokedexes, get out your laptops, your, I don't know, some paper, pencil, a stencil maybe, I don't know.
A letter, if you will.
A letter, yeah. All right, is everybody ready?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Mr. Curtis, are you ready?
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm always ready, Professor.
Okay. Question number 1. Like Parasect is a host-parasite pair. At this evolutionary stage, which part of the pair has the most control? Okay. Both of the answers are in. Corbin says that the mushroom has the most control.
I did.
And yeah, you sure did, buddy. And Mr. Curtis responded with the tochukaso mushroom has the majority of the control out of the two. So he was a little bit more specific with his answer than you were there, Corbin.
Okay,
so,
I said the
so
name
I'm going to
earlier.
go ahead. I'm going to give him 20 points.
Whoa!
Thank
This
you,
is a quiz. You
Professor.
can't do that.
I appreciate that.
Well, I can give points whenever I want. Now these are points that go toward the end of the class house cup, right?
The house
What
cup.
is the house cup? This is the first time I'm hearing about this.
It's either House Corbin or House Mr. Curtis.
So what happens when somebody wins the cup?
I give them a shiny. I give them a shiny brand new Premier Ball that they just look like they're supposed to be celebrating some kind of event, right? Don't they?
I love it.
Sure. I could
that's the
use
vibe
that
I
to
get from
catch
them.
my first Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly. If you win.
Yes.
Out of the 6 previous times I've taken this class, I've only won it twice. And they're some of my most prized possessions.
Yeah. Hey, between you and me, Mr. Curtis, the odds are quite high that you'll win it again this time. I don't know why. It's a feeling that I'm getting.
I'm feeling good.
All right. Question. You guys both got that one right, by the way.
Yeah, we
great
did.
job. Question number 2. What happens when you remove the mushroom part of the Parasect? All right. Both of the answers are in. Let's read Corbin's first. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Corbin responded with, the Parasect stops moving if you remove the mushroom. And Mr. Curtis responded with, the Parasect will stop moving if you remove the mushroom from its back. Wow. Almost word for word the same answer.
Mr. Curtis, are you copying my answers?
Yeah, I'm a little bit
You know what
worried
they
now.
say? Great minds think. Well, no, that wouldn't apply here because Corbin's not.
Yeah, because there's not a single.
But,
there's only one
know,
great mind in this classroom.
You guys are making me feel like real poop today.
That's right, and it's you, Professor.
Oh, we feel making like a little poopy baby boy.
Oh, Mr. Boo Boo Corby, boy.
Get on with the quiz.
Okay, all right. I mean, Corbin's never asked me to continue on with the quiz, so he must be really enjoying this. Question number 3: which part of the Parasect can be made into medicine?
It's butt. I'm just kidding.
Okay. Both of the answers are in. Corbin responded with, the spores on Parasect's mushroom can be made into medicine. And Mr. Curtis responded with, the spores produced by the mushroom are sometimes used as medicine. Yes,
Okay.
you guys are both exactly correct. Can I just say, I was fully expecting at least one of you, Corbin, to say just the mushroom and not mention its spores.
I thought about that, but I'm like, nah, I think it's more specific. I think it's the spores themselves, not the mushroom. They don't grind up the mushroom.
I had a moment there where I was
that would
like,
kill it.
Could we chop up a mushroom?
I don't think.
and,
Yeah, I was gonna say we don't remember ever
medicine?
saying it was the mushroom you consume, because then that would just kill a bunch of parasects. But
then I was like, I know for certain the spore.
Okay, hold on. Well, let me just state this right now. All right, the Parasect is already dead. Okay, removing its mushroom doesn't kill it.
you're doing it a favor.
Well, in a way, the Parasect is really the mushroom.
Yeah, that is true.
And
the
so by
bug is
removing
dead.
it from this Parasect husk, and chopping it up, you do end up killing it.
Well, people eat Pokemon all the time, so.
True, it's true. I mean, we can't hide it. In fact, other Pokemon eat Pokemon all the time. It's
Yeah.
documented in the Pokedex entries that it happens.
And we watch and point and laugh while they do it.
Yeah, it's a sport to us
Yeah.
to enjoy watching Pokemon eat other Pokemon.
Well, okay, maybe if you're in like the underground black market Pokemon training scene. Look, the official Pokemon League Federation does not allow people to kill other people's Pokemon. That's black market underground shit that Team Rocket does.
Well, yeah, that'd be like saying you're allowed to whap the umpire in the face with a baseball bat when you're playing baseball.
I mean,
yeah, you're not allowed to kill the other players.
Hey, you guys are making it sound like it's commonplace that people kill other people's Pokemon for sport. That's not
not during Pokemon battles.
This is getting dark. Let's continue.
You're right. Let's move on to my happy place, which is the fourth question of this pop quiz.
Yes.
Why would a Parasect move from one location to the next? You know what? I can see there being two possible answers here, but I'll only accept one. You have to figure out which one it is. All the answers are in. Okay, pencils down.
It's done.
Put your pencil down, Corbin.
Put it down,
Down.
Corbin.
Throw it across the
I said
room.
put it down,
It's
Corbin.
down.
Throw it across the room.
Okay.
What a it like went 2 inches. What a terrible throw.
It kind of poofed.
I don't use my pencils. It's typing, but yeah, thanks for making me throw that.
All right. Corbin responded with, it will move locations if the Parasect runs out of trees to suck from to feed its hungry mushroom. And Mr. Curtis responded
hungry
with,
mushrooms.
a Parasect, this is Curtis's answer, a Parasect will move from location to location to stay in a damp location and to find the trees to suck.
Did he put that in caps or something?
Yeah, he did some weird
Jesus.
capitalization stuff, and there are some ellipses in there.
God.
So, yes, you guys are both correct.
Hooray.
To move, if it's sucks all the nutrients from the tree that was sucking, it will move on to the next tree.
Yep.
I could also say if maybe it lost a gang war with a Shinotic.
Yeah.
It has to,
that's a good
that's
one.
another thing.
True.
True. Again, that wasn't explicitly stated in the Pokedex
Right.
entries,
We didn't talk about gang wars today.
Yeah. Who do you think would win in a fight? A Shinotic or a Parasect?
Obviously, Parasect.
Depends on how many Parasects there are.
Well, it'd be even number of each.
I don't know. What type of Shinotic?
Wait, are you asking me what type it is?
What
or
type? What type of Pokemon is Shinotic?
Grass and Fairy, right?
I think it'd be a Parasect, and you know why? No fear.
Yeah, no fear.
Yeah.
No fear. No sense of pain. No fear.
Man.
They're-
Dude, that's why Parasect is such a good Pokemon.
It would
know,
never.
right?
It will never give up. It will never give up because it doesn't feel pain.
All you gotta do is bribe the mushroom parts. Like, hey, if you win this battle, I'm gonna give you some sweet tree juice,
Street
yeah.
sucking juice.
and it will go until the bug part is just torn to shreds.
Yeah, it will. Doesn't care. That's not it.
It's
Not its body.
It's the mushroom.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yes, that's the answer. Wait, did I already say what the?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Hey, that does it for the quiz. Sorry.
100s all around. Good work.
I know.
everybody.
I really need to make these questions a lot harder,
Yeah.
so I can start taking.
should step
points
it up
off
a bit.
again. Okay. Well, you
Professor-
don't say it like that.
Professor, whatever you believe would be the best course of action.
Oh my God. Kissy kissy on the butt.
You know what? That's 100 more points to you,
Oh,
Curtis.
Oh,
Great
thank
job.
you.
had I
Great job. Keep it
known
up.
that's what it takes to get all these points, to get a premier ball at the end of the whole course, then I would have been kissing your butt long ago. Let's start from the beginning.
Okay, but that does it for today's lesson. Does anybody know what Pokemon that we're going to be learning about next week? It's not Shiinotic. We're close. We're only about 700 Pokemon away from Shiinotic.
Diglett.
No, I mean, no, we're not learning about Diglett next, but Diglett is literally right around the corner.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
very
As,
close, but no, not quite.
As the resident insectologist, I have to say it's definitely an insect type. I know that much.
Okay, all right. You want to expound on that anymore? Any more
Scyther.
knowledge?
Well, it's a as we call in the business a venonant.
Venonant?
A
I don't know
venonant.
I don't know what business that is, but they're wrong. It's
venonant extraordinare.
That's the Unnovan
It's
pronunciation.
the proper term.
well, no, the proper term is actually Venonat.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's the Pokemon that we're going to be learning about next time. But until next time, if you have any questions for me, you can contact me via Gengar mail at wwopokemon@gmail.com. Or you can find me on the Bird Pokemon themed social network site, Twitter, at wwopokemon there as well. If you really enjoyed the class and you just you want more people, you just want to spread the knowledge of Pokemon to everybody out there. This is information everyone should have. Then go ahead and give us a review on Flapple Podcasts.
Please.
5 stars are preferred, but by no means necessary.
If we hit 10 reviews, the professor says we get to have that cookie party, and maybe I'll get extra points.
I never said any of that.
Okay, well, I said it for him.
Well, you don't speak for me.
All right.
Anyways, again, that does it for today's lesson. So until next time, class is dismissed. Welcome to the World of Pokemon is a part of the Pokecasters Network.